anytime.
It'd be awesome to imagine to have 24/7 live streams on Virtual Regatta like it happens on, I don't know, Fortnite or Counter-Strike, you know. It's like following players any time of the day. That'd be really cool.
That'd be a lot of content. Be definitely fun to watch, but yeah, I can't imagine. I don't think
I'm not
we'd be able
saying
to get.
all would be as good. You definitely favor some channels or some events over others. But as the boats head up to the start line, one is still under penalty and gets the worst start. That is Farley, who decides to tack off. And Pepito misses the start line as well. That's a rough start for Virtual Intercourse, but it's only the first upwind leg.
Yeah, these are the finals of the team elimination race, and it's been a fun event, really well run. So far, so good. We haven't had any disconnects. We haven't had any major bugs going on during the... Oh, we've got a random spectator dropping in. Hey, Carozo, join us over on the channel. You don't need to spectate through the game. And so currently, yeah, green team is losing in this 3v3.
I was thinking about it, but actually he does not impede the race in any way. He hasn't passed the starting line, so he does not even create a wind shadow or anything. He's
nope.
It's just a visual element. But yeah, that bug is quite annoying. Doesn't help to see clear for you viewers out there.
All right, we've got a wind shift that's helping the green team out.
Oxyjoni decides to cover Ciparejo. Will he tack to Mimic? Or will he lead that to Pepito, who's on starboard tack? So yeah, Parejo couldn't really take that call and be aggressive there.
This is team racing at its finest. Just one team up against another. This is how it's meant to be. This is how it's intended to be.
This is how you play it on the server all the time, yeah.
And right now, Virtual Intercourse losing 2 players to 1. It's going to get interesting starting on the first downwind leg. That's when things are going to get really interesting. And it's all up until the very last moment of the race. It's why it's so hard for us to comment this last is out format, because it's really hard to know how it's going to play out in the last moments. Pepito here attacking. Will the wind shift allow him? No, he thinks he's not going to get another wind shift. He tacks again, slowing his team down. And meanwhile, Farley also picks up a penalty.
Farley trying to head up and inflict a penalty to Ciparejo, but unfortunately hit the bow, and that did not help him. Ciparejo now trying to barrage.
Alright, yeah, Ciparejo managing to barrage Pepito.
Nasty little...
And Oxyjoni here is going to try to slow down the first 2 boats while the rest of the team takes care of Ciparejo.
Once again, Pepito hitting the bow. Ouch. I think, yeah, they're better off getting that heavy wind pressure we see on the left of the mini-map, which is the right-hand side when going downwind. The left of the mini-map is very much darker now. Finally, Farley inflicting a penalty onto Ciparejo. Will they be able to cover him now and force the rest of his team to wait for him and help?
Let's see where the rest of the team is right now. We're watching Vic Farley against Ciparejo. Pepito now not necessarily in a position to help his teammates, and Oxyjoni trying to slow down the first 2 boats, positioning himself for this next upwind leg, which is going to be where everything is going to play out.
So, I want to bring your attention to the fight between Farley and Ciparejo.
Yeah.
So right now,
What's going on here?
Parejo is above Farley and getting him the bad win. To avoid this, Farley has to bear off, has to get away, but always keep the left-hand side so that he may inflict a penalty when tacking back, when jagging back. So it's really about, if you're ahead, bearing off and trying to get away from the shadow, and then tacking starboard once you can. It's important to keep that left-hand side advantage. And once the person behind you starts bearing off, he's going to cover you for longer. And that's why you have to mimic his move and bear off as well. So it's a very
that inside game. Was pretty sick, but Farley putting the penalty on Parejo and Paparo unfortunately slowing down.
Probably see.
Now we need to see what green team is going to do to try to help their teammates out.
Penalty again. Farley's doing a good job of controlling his opponent here, and he's going to stay ahead on this upwind leg, and he's probably going to attack again, or this time keep the right hand side so that he's an advantage on the starboard tack. When they cross again, or else he would have just kept his wind shadow above Ciparejo and done that all along. TRL is very aggressive when you get down to it. Props to Dean Foran, who was a great coach. He's a great top sailor, and he's been giving me some great tips last time.
I can't believe C Paparo actually trolling the rest of the players in the Discord chat while he's managing to stay ahead in this race. I'm pretty impressed.
Oh no, he's last. He's last.
Ah, you're right. He is last. I'm sorry. I got tricked by the spectator vote.
Yeah, number 5.
But Vic Farley here got a pretty decent advantage over Ciparejo. Unfortunately, Ciparejo may be a hacker, but he's not a good enough hacker to win this one. You can hack, but will you win? That's the question.
That's actually funny. I tried looking up what came up when you type on Google Virtual Regatta Inshore. And one of the first things that popped up in the Google suggestions, which is probably what other people have been typing, is VR hacks, VR free green tokens, VR tips. It was really funny to see that people were actually looking for ways to break the game. I mean, as we say in Counter-Strike, just get good.
Just get good. Alright. Right now, Ciparejo is 40 meters, 60 meters behind Vic Farley. This does not look good right now for the green team. Will his teammates try something? They need to. They need to be careful because this is going to be a best of 3, and if Virtual Regatta win... Oh! There's been a disconnect. Or... Oh, there's been 2 disconnects.
Farley and Pepito have disconnected, but I'm wondering why.
I cannot tell you right now what's going on. Seems like there's been a double disconnect in the first of 3 final races. While Virtual Regatta was ahead, 2 of their players disconnected, and apparently this would be a loss for VIC. We're going to keep you guys posted on this as soon as we get more information. Right now, these results do not count.
We will check that. For those who are joining us, yes, you can follow us on Twitch, on Facebook, and on YouTube, whichever you prefer. to come join us for this stream. And yeah, shout out in the chat if you like what you see, if you have any suggestions, if you're rooting for your favorite team in these TRL finals.
Or if you're just having a beer and enjoying your Friday with us over here on Enjoy Streams. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us in the finals of the team elimination race, hosted tonight by TRL. Just jumped in on that one.
Trying to catch up with what happened.
Yeah, so what we just noticed was that there was probably a disconnect on the last race. We're not sure right now, so we're trying to figure out what just happened and whether or not it was a win for Spain Green. Alfonso, yeah, it was a very, very close race for you guys in the semifinals. We were sad to see you guys go. It was intense on the end. I think the team aspect could be a little bit more worked on, but you definitely had a very good run in this event.
True. Still, top 3 of podium is a great performance for this evening.
All right, I think the next race is starting up. Now, is this race 2?
Yes, that is race 2, so score is 1-0. 1 out, obviously, for Team Virtual Intercourse, 0 outs for Team Spain, 5-4-1 top sail coach. And we are moving on to game 2.
So if Team Spain Green wins this next round, they have won the event.
That is correct. Since it's a best of 3, that is correct.
All right, so this may be the final countdown. And now I wish I had that little part of music on. Hold on, how do I get my little sound things? I do believe I have a couple of scripts already loaded up with some music, so I would need to be able to find those commands. There we go.
Stay tuned with us after the final. We will be joined by the race committee for a little chat. So feel free to stay if you have any questions or like a little more info about what TRL is. Yeah, stay tuned. In the way. Yeah.
That's a good way. That's a good command you guys should learn on this channel. If you want to launch that, little music bit, you just need to type ! sail away. I don't think I've put a cooldown on that effect, so we might be getting spammed with some sail aways pretty soon. 30 seconds to the start.
That might explain. So I'm being told by Alfonso, thank you very much for this update, that for the finals, the rules are not last is out anymore, but are normal team racing, the score value. So that explains why they saw on this downwind leg their positions and considered the score done already.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
That makes a ton of sense. Thank you for that update, Alfonso.
Clear race rules, no problem. Yeah, so it's whoever scores, whichever team scores the least amount of points, and you score points depending on your position. So if you finish first, you score 1 point. If you finish second, you score 2 points, and whichever team scores the least amount of points is going to lose that round.
We've covered this in previous streams. If you would like to come back to those, check out our YouTube page. There's a lot of our previous streams which you can watch, previous TRL events and whatnot. So if you're new to this format, check out our other stuff. Nice little cross by Joan Cardona there. Managed to insert himself without taking a penalty and inflicting the penalty on Pepito right there. That was pretty good. Puts Virtual Intercourse in a very sticky situation right here. They are all three behind. This is the first upwind leg, so nothing set yet. It's going to be really tricky for them, considering the distance of the wind shadow, to manage to even slow down the Spanish team.
Wait for the first downwind leg. Let's wait for the first downwind leg, because that kite shadow on the J70 definitely has a lot of effect.
Like they're already 30 meters before. I'm expressing a doubt. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you have anything to say in the chat, shout us out. But
now as we're watching the second final round of the team elimination race, it looks like Team Spain Green, led by Joan Cardona, but with also Robert Huisman and Paro, will be rounding this dog leg first. And now we really need to see something coming from the Virtual Intercourse team. Oh, it looks like Peparo looking to inflict penalties, managing to inflict a penalty on Farley, managing to put one down on Pepito, unless that was Pepito hitting the mark. He slowed down the opposing team, but he put himself in a very, very tricky situation now, because he's going to be alone.
Alright, well, it's score, you know, it's not last is out, so right now he's just making sure that they stay as far behind as they can, not being able to get back up.
Exactly. So if green team scores 1 and 2, that means they've got 3 points. Even if the pink team managed to score 3, 4, and 5, they would have at least that would make at least 12 points. 3 plus 6, 9. That means that green team wins. Looks like right now they're going to try to stick to that strategy of letting Joan Cardona and Robert Huisman go ahead and keep that first and second position.
Once again, what I was explaining earlier about bearing off. Now, you see Parejo trying to cover Pepito, which he is succeeding pretty well. He's got better air. And Pepito is being slowed down, but has to bear off to stay away from that wind shadow. Vic Farley coming to help his teammate with a starboard jibe.
Exactly what Afonso is telling us in the chat right now is that they're going to build that gap up between the first 2 boats and the rest of the fleet, trying to keep Roxy Joni away from catching up. Roxy Joni is probably the last chance that Green has of pulling something off here. Let's see if Roxy Joni has a chance. And yeah, by the way, really cool to see that people are watching us also over on YouTube. Starting to stream over there as much as possible. And if you guys watch us over on YouTube, or if you watch us over on Facebook, let us know so that we can improve those channels. We do a lot of work on Twitch, but I just saw Roxy Joni turn around, abandon the 2 other lead boats. I think this is it for Virtual Intercourse. They've understood that there's not much they can do.
Roxy Joni coming in. No penalty! No penalty!
It's crazy how there was no penalty on that one. Let's see what just happened. I think we've got a little bit of a glitch here.
Alright, penalty. Well done, Farley. finally inflicting the penalty onto Ciparejo. Roxy Johnny, man, don't stay in Pepito's wind shadow. Now touching the belt.
This is just for fun. They're bullying up on Cipaparo because he's been such a bully all through the evening. They will be ganging up on him because they know the race is unfortunately lost. Now, Juan and Robert did the job, leading far ahead. These guys are just having fun right now, sailing for the hell of it. They've already pulled out the barbecue. They've already put out the little speakers. They've managed to pull down the mainsail. They're just cruising along right now, enjoying the beautiful view on Caligari, or is this Porto Cervo? Can't get a good angle right here.
I think Porto Cervo had the best wind scores tonight in the game.
Yeah, it looks like Porto Cervo. And yeah, everyone's just having fun on the water now because we've come to the end of the race and we've seen a great performance by this green team. SAP1 or SAP2? If I want to get their correct name. Spain, SPA.
SPA, yeah.
SPA1 or SPA green.
I think it's the first one. It's SPA, just SPA. We're supposed to race in yellow tonight, but since Wave Runners was not able to come and left the color green available, I guess they just jumped on the occasion. Definitely was a lucky color for them, yeah.
They did very well picking that green color to help them get through the way. Usually green is a unlucky color, so I guess it works the other way around.
Superstition.
Nice. All right. Well, what we're watching right now doesn't really matter anymore. It's Team Spain Green who has won the TRL Team Elimination Race pop-up event for, I think this is the first one of Season 5. Season 5 not having started officially yet. It will start after the eSailing World Championship Finals on November 7th.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully we'll get Farley in on the chat soon enough to give us his impressions on this, on the finals and making it all the way to the finals, but unfortunately not getting there. Green team really played it very well, very strongly, and congratulations to them. GG to Juan, Robert, and Cipaparo.
There's some good races. No! Not the penalty on Roxy Joni, no! This is good sportsmanship in sailing. This is sharks playing. It's beautiful.
Alright, let's try to get Farley here because I think he's enjoying himself. He's playing around. Alright.
Very last bit.
They're
Farley
putting on a
going
show.
for the friendly fire.
They're just putting on a show.
I'm just curious about who inflicted the most penalties.
I think
this race.
I think Ciparejo is trying to finish like not last right now, and he might manage to do that. He forgot this wasn't last is out. He didn't get the memo.
That was a very
but unfortunately
format.
his starboard jibe penalty attempt didn't work, and we get a beautiful glitch to finish off this evening. Thanks for subscribing, Steen. Good to see you on the channel. Good to have you with us, and that was it. If you just joined us, sorry about that. That's the end of the event.
The finals.
That was the finals. Clean sweep by Team Spain Green, who manages to win in 2 rounds.
Awesome. Now,
Very good race. Very interesting technique. I think we're getting to a better level in fleet last is out racing.
in general, yes, there's been a better understanding of the mechanics. As Alfonso was pointing out earlier, it really comes down to how to say, like covering the gap in between and learning those small techniques, which will help players get better. So knowing the more aggressive moves, which are very common in TRL, which you can see quite often when playing, but maybe not used that much when in fleet races. There may be a bridge to gap there.